Hey everybody, I know it's going to be exciting. A double header, two recordings in a pretty short time. But here we go. We got Farshad, big smile, awesome looking tie. We're going to be going over some quick drilling updates, and I'm going to try and ask him about this report that people saw very briefly earlier. So I guess first things first, Farshad, any updates on drilling, deep drilling, what's your views, opinions on that? Obviously, a lot of people happy that you're going deep on the very first hole. Anything you want to say?
Hi, Jason, and hi to your viewers, all of them, your followers. Thank you for having me here again. Yes, we are right now working on the drilling. As you saw it, we're going on the deep drilling. We had to prepare ourselves because we wanted to be definitely go deep on that. We've done a lot of work to make sure that, first of all, we go to the root of the system. We have done that in the past. We've gone into the system, we crisscrossed it. Now we're going right through the depth of it. And I'm really, really excited. This is our first time we're going that deep to the deepest part of the live zone. And I am hoping that next week we're going to have good updates on that because all this effort that we're putting together is just because of mineralization. And I'd like to bring it to the market ASAP.
Awesome. Well, cool. Obviously everyone's excited. Weekly updates on drilling is probably not what someone was assuming. I think a lot of people are just waiting for the samples and the assays to be done, but it's great that we're going to be giving people updates, kind of on an ongoing basis, which is fantastic. I know you guys have been drilling for the, first couple of days now. Any opinions, feedback, anything? How's it going so far?
The drilling is underway. As I explained, I like to, when we get into the mineralization and work, which I expect it to be in there right now, I'd like to get some photos and issue it to the public so they can see that we're on the right track. And I'd like to get that on a weekly program so we can get our investors seeing what we are seeing and live, hopefully. And
No, awesome.
yes, the drilling is on the way.
That's fantastic. Hopefully some photos we can throw in there. Everyone loves those. So no, that'll be great. And I guess the final part of this kind of shorter video, definitely wanted to hit you a little bit about this fundamental research report that came out, that they did on, of course, Doubleview. They had tonnage in there. They had a buy target, at 47 cents. What's your initial opinions? And first things first, talking about maybe the 47-cent thing and, for the report that was in there, at least in my reading, and not a geologist myself, but it looked like they were using a very low percentage, of tonnage, and somewhere about 10%. Is there any comments that you had, things you want to say, maybe just clear up, what that report really meant?
Our target definitely is much, much larger than this, and our potential is much, much more than this. But these analysts are working on the basis of what has been done so far, and they only comment on that. And I understand why they give it a big discount, like it's written 10%. One thing I want to comment in this analyst report, and we had one from West Bay about 3 years ago. You see, as we move further, there are not only almost tripling the number of tonnage in the drilling that they did it in the past, and now these guys are doing. There are some basis of concept behind it. On the pricing, I can't comment. That's what they send it to their own subscribers, and that's their opinion. We have no influence on that, and that's great to hear that. But our expectation is much, much larger than this, and I'm waiting for the end game.
Can you clear up for people? And I saw D4, obviously very active community member of Doubleview, even saying some things. I just love to get the words from your mouth. Obviously people initially see it who they're expecting, or they want to buy out at $4 or $5, $10, $100, you name it, crazy numbers. But you've seen everything in the book. Some people initially were like only 47 cents or only this. Can you maybe just talk through, again, that's their number, but how they got to that number and why it's so discounted? We've said it's discounted, but, can you explain that a little bit?
It's really hard to explain it because that's how they do the calculation and they write it in the report that they really discount it. And what I understand is they work on the basis of well discounted today. And if they do it, so their investors are going to follow up with them. And once it moves forward, they're going to be happier. Of course, they want their own investors to be happiest at the end of this season, and they give a target right now. But I understand this analyst, they want to keep their investors always having a very good investment and making good money, and that's why they stay in the business. Fundamental research and also Westway, they are very, very, very old and reputable analysts in town, and I've seen them many, many years. And people publishing that, they have been in the business. So they are reliable and they're responsible for the order and number that they put in there. Even the tonnage, that's what they assume that we're going to have. But none of that has been under influence from the company, and our projection is a lot more. Of course, we always have, we're looking at the end game and projection. At this moment, we are, what I can for sure say, that we are undervalued, really.
Awesome. No, and I think this is a good intro to that report. Obviously, it'll come out in more detail, and we'll be able to maybe discuss it a little bit further. I know educating people is a big part of kind of calming investors and getting people interested. So I'm sure we'll be able to do something a little bit more in detail. Is there anything else you wanted to say either about the report or any quick drilling updates before we close things off?
Tell you about D4. D4 is an individual that I know him for many years. There's no financial compensation connection with the person, but he's very well educated. He surprises me. We talk very rarely, maybe I should say once a year is a good average. But when I read his comments in whatever he sends, I really like it. He's really well educated in the field that he's doing that. He's a pro investor. He's been in the market for many, many years. And he surprises me. It really surprises me compared to what an average person should know. He's not average. He's definitely not average.
He's done his homework, some great reports. Obviously, I think a lot of people watching this have seen them, but also, he's written some reports that even have been seen by the majors about Doubleview. I saw him posting videos, posting photos about the people who have viewed his stuff. So that being said, I know if you're watching this, you've probably seen other interviews that we've done with Pat. D4, absolute legend. But either way, Farshad, I think that's great. I think we'll close it here, and next week, hopefully we've got some other updates to give to people.
Of course, yes. We are going to go another round of close. Some people were on vacation, so we couldn't do that, but we're doing that in this coming week, and we're going to close good substantial amount so we can continue our aggressive drilling on the HAT project. I'm very excited on that. And you use the word for D4 as a legend. He's truly a legend.
Well, there you go, D4. There's your shout out. No more compliments for this video, but
Yes.
honestly, I think this was great, Farshad. We'll leave it here, and looking forward to the next videos that we're doing.
Okay, sure. Very soon. Yes. Thank you.